Hello, my celestial beings. This is Mystic Storm here to clear the path to a new life with you. If you're new, welcome to the Family and Soul Tribe. I pray that this weekly essence intuitive guidance reading blesses you and you're able to gain guidance for the week ahead, okay? And if you're already a part of the Celestial Tribe, you already know the deal. Back with another one. Just back. We back with it. Back again. Guess who's back again, again. Mystic's back. Tell a friend. Yes, tell a friend. Make sure you share, y'all. Share, like, comment, subscribe, follow, my social media channels are Mystic Storm 333, and my YouTube channel is Mystic Storm Spirituality. So wherever you're seeing this, go ahead and like and subscribe and follow, across the board. I would appreciate the energy exchange on that one, okay? So, a couple of announcements for before we begin. I do have a 2021 collective reading. It's exclusive. If you go on my website, you can sign up for it. Just give me your email, and I will send that off to you, okay? And I am trying to form a Reiki group. Like, I want, it's more like a focus group. The more that I think about it, I want to provide distance Reiki for maybe up to 10 people. And I want to do it I want to start for the full moon in Leo. And, or once a week. We'll figure out the details with that, but I want to provide distance Reiki, really solidify that service and I'll get feedback from you, see what best, the format, how we would like it. And that way I can work on providing the service for everyone, okay? The people that do participate in the focus group, they will get a discounted price after I figure out the basis of the service, a discounted price going forward. All right. And if you aren't on my social medias, again, check those out. Mystic Storm 333. I go live on Fridays for the weekend vibes. I play music, sip on some wine or my drink of choice, give you the overall energy for the weekend. And you can get a free or donation pool from me after I finish the collective reading. So if you have a question, we can go into that question on the live. And then my Cashapp is Mystic Storm 333. It's pretty basic. My email is Mystic Storm 333. Social media Mystic Storm 333. The only thing that's different is my YouTube channel is Mystic Storm Spirituality. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I think that's all for the announcements. We talked about Reiki. We talked about the weekend vibes. Yes, the 2021 collective reading. Oh, it's Aquarius season. Shout out to all my Aquarius. Okay, I'm a fellow Aquarius. My birthday is actually, I believe, like in 2 weeks. I'm excited. February 5th. Let's go. So it's your birthday season, Aquarius. So make sure you reach out to me because you'll get 25% off on all in-depth readings. Okay, 25% off for your birthday. Okay, so I think that's it for all the announcements. Yes. So let's get into this energy, okay? So we do have the Leo full moon that is coming up, I believe, Tuesday. Let me check that real quick. It is coming up. No, it's coming up on the 28th, which is Thursday. So the Leo full moon is Thursday, January 28th at 1:16 p.m. Central Time. And then Mercury retrograde follows 2 days after that, January 30th, in the sign of Aquarius at 9:52 a.m. Okay, and that's Central Time as well. So we're going to focus solely on the Leo full moon for the weekly essence. I'm going to do a pick a card reading for Mercury retrograde, so make sure you check that out, okay? But this Leo full moon is here to set us up for Mercury retrograde. So that's why we want to focus on that, make sure we get on our P's and Q's, make sure we getting it together, okay? So the colors for the Leo full moon is Leo, the planet that rules Leo is the sun. Okay, the sun. So we're wanting yellow, right? So, and I also wore black too, because in my meditation, I was like, well, what colors besides yellow? And black came up because of banishing. Okay, literally heard black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. So I have some candles here, right? We have some candles. Oh, I have to strip this off because it has like a little clear layer. But before I do anything, I would strip all of this off. So you can get these candles literally anywhere. I got this one from the Dollar Tree. So you know it was $1. I stocked up, y'all, on all colors. But the only colors, what colors did I get from the Dollar Tree? I got yellow, white, green, red, blue. Okay, now they didn't have the blacks, they didn't have orange, purple, so I had to go to a Botanica to get the black. Okay, so I got the black. Now this was $1. This was $5.50. $1, $5.50. Now I will say you can also check out any like Mexican, Hispanic markets in your area. They sell candles. You can probably get that for $1 something, $2 in that range. Okay, even like it's an international market down the street from me. And after I bought this, I went there and I seen that they had these colors for like $1.50. So I know where to go next time. But black and yellow. So with the Leo full moon, I'm gonna get into that in the astrology. So let's just talk about the ritual. Like you could use these colors, and then I also have crystals that I pulled out that you can implement. You can place them around the candle. You can wear them. You can wear the colors. You know, anything. So of course we have citrine here. Bring clarity. Okay, we have, of course, we have moonstone and rainbow moonstone. You can use those for heightened intuition. You can use that for protection. Also, I brought out the famous amethyst, and this is for calming, intuition. Okay, heavy on the calming energy, and we'll get into that in the astrology portion, okay? And sunstone to bring happiness, joy, fulfillment, right? And then I brought Botswana agate. Botswana is good for emotional release, okay? Since we are still dealing with the moon, this is all about our emotions. So releasing, especially for full moon energy, heavy on the releasing emotions that no longer serve us. So Botswana will be really good for your practice, okay? I brought up carnelian. Carnelian, even though this is like heavy on the sacral chakra or even root chakra for some instances, but this is to ignite passion, to also enhance creativity during this time. So I brought this up for us to be more open and to be more creative in our practice, in anything that we want to bring about. Okay, so this could be creativity if you're trying to work on music, or if you're trying to work on a book or write a book, or be more creative in your business venture, like anything like that. This is to open you up to do it. Okay, so especially because yellow is like confidence. You have the confidence, but you have to be open to do it. Okay. And some a protective crystal. I have black tourmaline. And I have some other ones like black obsidian, black kyanite, things like that. But this is, I'm even touching it. I can feel it right now. Just really good on releasing anxiety, heavy on releasing emotions or negativity. So this is why black tourmaline made the cut. Okay, you can definitely use the other ones, but work with what you got. Work with what you got. Or you can even visualize these crystals for the energy. Use your imagination. And then lastly, all-purpose clear quartz. If you only have clear quartz, you can charge it or visualize it to be any of these crystals that I mentioned. Okay, so that right there in itself is good for it to always have clear quartz. So these are the tools that I will be implementing in my practice for this week. Now, you can work with either yellow or black. I will say a lot of people get nervous working with black candles because they think it's black magic or, you know, dark magic, evil magic, but it's to enhance power. Dark is nothing but enhancing power. Okay, how can I sit up here in front of you and being a dark-skinned woman saying that dark is evil? No. So you can use either or, but you can use both. But I think for releasing purposes, for banishment, black would be the better bet for the full moon. If you want to provide clarity for some things, bring some things to light. Like it can be, you can work on your strengths, like to get more courage, all this stuff. If you want to go that route, definitely use the yellow. If you want to bring some things to light as far as humanitarian issues, want to bring that to light, definitely you can use a yellow candle here. But if we're working on banishing like fear, doubt, anxiety, all these things that is also going to prep us for Mercury retrograde, I would recommend the black candle. Okay, so that's that for the ritual thing. Let me know if y'all like that that portion. I want to include those more in my videos because I mean, like, I stocked up on candles, because I'm not playing 2021. I'm not playing. We getting it done, okay? And speaking of timing, I might implement timing in herbs as well in videos that come. Just the more I get comfortable with it. But I'm working on planetary times, like doing the ritual during a certain time. Like the time that I'm filming this today, we're in the moon time. So this is really good because we're talking about the Leo full moon and all these things. But if you download a Planetary Hours app, you can get the time of day that you want to work your magic. So you might want to, of course, use the moon hour for your work. You might also want to use the sun hour. Why? Because Leo is in, the ruler is the sun. So if you're working on banishment, working on using that fire from the sun to burn away the negative energy or anything that you want to be released, like burn it to a crisp. If you want to, you could use the moon to work on those emotions and, you know, think about that. But I will say full full moons are good for banishment and celebration. So think about that. Use that for your practice. Okay, so we talked about the full moon and Mercury retrograde when those come up. So the full moon is on January 28th and Mercury retrograde begins January 30th and it ends February 20th. So we in there for a good 3 weeks. Okay, so with the Leo full moon, with all the tension and obstacles we're about to face for the upcoming weeks, we should use Leo's energy to release fear and doubt in order to gain strength. Okay, know that this tension is to help us to grow and set us up to take on any obstacles that we have. So I'm getting this from the moon in Leo opposition Saturn in Aquarius. Okay, and you know, the moon and the sun are in opposition as well. That's what creates a full moon. And with this opposition here is opposing our ego self, our I am versus our emotions. So there's going to be some tension here in identity, right? How we used to see ourselves in the past. This is not what we're wanting for the future. So we have to do some self-evaluation, some self-reflection in order to know what can stay and what needs to go, okay? So with that, same with our ego, our primal instincts will be shown when we are pushed to our limit, with the sun in Aquarius squared Mars, Uranus, and Black Moon Lilith in the sign of Taurus. So our egos, I talked about egos, may cloud our judgment and cause frustration, tension. But remember who you are and that you don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You don't have to prove your worth to anyone. And I say that, and I know it's hard, because when somebody over here accusing you, calling you all type of names or saying these things, and you like, hold up, no, that ain't me. That ain't me. You know, we have to not let people get us in a sense that getting us out of pocket, out of our character. We have to be so confident in ourselves that I want to say what everybody has to say. It can be your family, it can be your loved ones. Forget what they have to say. Why? Because what you know already in here is what matters. Period. And I'm preaching to myself too as I'm saying this. Come on. We have to have that confidence. So releasing that fear, that doubt, that anxiety, that pride. You know, releasing all that. We don't have to prove ourselves to no one, because we are all who we're supposed to be. Where especially if you on this channel, if you watching this and you really actively working on yourself, then no. Yes, there's dark and light to everything. Yes, there's dark sides to you that are being exposed, and don't shame yourself. You still the ish. Don't forget that. Don't forget that, okay? So Saturn is making us go through these lessons to make us less temperamental. Okay? We live in a society where it's really trigger happy. People shoot shots, throw shade, do all this stuff at other people to make them feel better about themselves, right? So we are developing more alligator skin and will only snap when it's absolutely necessary. Okay? And I'll share this with y'all. I had a dream. I remember this dream. I can't remember everything about the dream, but I specifically remember this. I saw a slab. It was an alligator tail. It was just thrown. Somebody just threw the alligator tail, and then out of it came like butterflies. So when I woke up, I said, we're transforming to have tougher skin. I knew that message was for me, but when I looked at the chart, I knew this was collectively. We're working on our temperament. We're working on gaining better alligator skin or tougher skin when people come to us. I feel like a lot of society, we want to be politically correct so we don't trigger anybody and all these things. And I agree with that for some extent, but now the more that it's feel like everything that isn't politically correct pushes my buttons or pushes somebody else's buttons, and it shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't be arguing with nobody on Facebook. You should not be having a heavy debate on Facebook or on these social media platforms with people that you don't know or people that you do know. You don't have to prove yourself to nobody. You don't have to prove your opinion to everybody. You don't have to do that. You don't. I look at people, I read it and I'm like, Or if it triggers me, I'm like, what inside of me do I really feel like that's true? That's why I'm getting mad, and I feel like I have to defend it. Like, let people have they things. I feel like we have worked so hard to get to this point of equality and unity, and that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Thank you again. I have to shout out my ancestors again. Thank you, ancestors, for allowing me to be here. Thank your ancestors for allowing you to be here. They went through some stuff, okay? But we also have our own battles to face. And in order for us to get things done, we have to be smart about it. We have to be strategic. We have to be logical about it. Yes, we should have emotions about it, but we shouldn't let it penetrate us or let it get us to the point where now our cause or our plea to something, to a cause, is not even valid because we didn't tore up something or we did this, or, letting emotion run the show. Okay? So with heavy tension, this can put us in a vulnerable place, especially with the moon is also squared Mars, Uranus, and Black Moon Lilith in the sign of Taurus. So tend to the emotions in the mind. Things are about to get real. They're about to get real with Mercury retrograde. So we have to make sure our energy shield is strong. We're going to see this again in our inner, in our community, in our nation, and in the world, globally. Okay, so this tension is here in all aspects. You can relate it to yourself. You might want to focus your magic on political issues or anything that's going on within politics right now. You can do that because there's a lot of tension and a lot of things that are being shown and a lot of things that need to be released. Okay, so I mentioned before that we, in previous weekly essences, that we should solidify our meditation practice because that's going to help us prepare for the shift. Okay, so meditation doesn't necessarily have to be lotus position, just sitting there, even though that's my favorite. But I yesterday I took a walk and I meditated during that walk, focused on my breath. When emotions or thoughts arose, I made sure I focused on my breath to come back to the present moment. You can do that. Swimming came up. I mean, if you have an indoor pool, a community pool you can go to, swimming might be meditative for you. Reading a book can be meditative for you. Things like that. You find what helps you, but you need to make sure you have a good foundation when stuff hits the fan. Okay? Make sure when people poke your buttons that you remember to take a breather, take a minute, breathe. You might even have to say, let me process this for a minute before I say anything else. Let me process this, okay? So just learning to be more mature about things, about confrontation, about actually having healthy conversations, okay? And this is all helping us to further our ascension because the sun is trine the North Node. Now, I would recommend you to check out your North Node if you don't know what your North Node is. My favorite astrology site right now is astro-seek.com. That's astro-seek.com. They give you your birth chart, and they also give you brief synopsis for each aspect, okay? So I would recommend that. And also the emphasis of the houses, I have 8th house energy. That's that death, rebirth, that's the Pluto energy, right? And the Sun, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn are all in the 8th house. So we're working on cleaning up our identity, cleaning up ourselves, being more authentic, being clear about it. We're working on our love lives, our communication right there with Venus. We're working on our fulfillment, our expansion, our growth with Jupiter. And we're working on our maturity, our responsibility, our leadership with Saturn, okay? And our limits, our boundaries with Saturn, okay? So that's what I have for the astrology portion here. I hope you all enjoyed. And we're going to get into the tarot to see what other messages come up for us, okay? Yes. We're going to start off with the singing bowl, just to clear the energy, get us, we might have got a little antsy thinking about the triggers that might come about this week. So we're just going to clear and open up our mind and our hearts so we can receive the additional messages Spirit has for us. Beautiful, beautiful. Good. So we're going to start off with the Psychic Tarot. See what messages we have for this week. I'm going to move my mouse. All right. What messages do you have for the collective for this week ahead? What do we need to know? How can we further prepare for this week? Disruption, the Tower. Okay, that's too many cards. Discontentment and boredom, that's 4 of Cups. Shadow, I think that's the Hermit. Obstacles and challenges and balance. I'm going to stop there. And at the bottom of the deck, fertility, Empress, okay? So, yeah, there's going to be, with the Tower here and obstacles and challenges, this is 5 of Wands. There's going to be some shifts, right? But this is Spirit saying, don't hold on to them. Don't try to not let the Tower fall. Okay, that's only going to put you in more resistance. So when things come about this week, and it's surrounded by the yellow energy, knowing that you're protected, this is going to give you some clarity in this, right? And you have the strength to go through the Tower, Okay, you have the strength to go through the tower, because ultimately the tower is here because the foundation is shaky. The foundation is shaky. You have some lessons to learn through it, and when you do that, you have a level playing field for you to then lay down firmer bricks. Okay, so there might be towers and working through your triggers. We talked about being calm and all this stuff. You might blow up. It might be a big argument, especially with Mercury retrograde right next to it. The energy doesn't start right on January 30th. So communication may be lost during this time, but this is tearing down the programming that we've built up, what we thought ourselves to be, what we thought relationships should look like, what we thought that a career looked like, what we thought how we were supposed to go down this path since we started when we were younger, how that was supposed to look like. Things, when we plan things, we don't necessarily have the blueprint. Ultimately, the divine has the blueprint, and we don't know exactly how things will play out. We have a gist. So making sure that you are open to the messages, open to the lessons, to the lessons that are coming about this week. Okay, so discontentment and boredom, this came out, and this is knowing that, this is to say, be grateful. Be grateful for the tower. Lord, I'm saying it, I'm kind of like, oh, what's coming? But be grateful for the tower, despite it. Be grateful for the lessons that will be learned, okay? Also, be grateful for what you already have, because you might be thinking too much far into the future where you're wanting things now, but you neglecting what you already have, and the stuff that you have right now. In the past, you had wanted this now. Okay? And now that it's here, you already looking somewhere else, and the fact that you want something else now. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you have. You know, I want to take this time to say I am grateful for my place, my new place. I want to say I'm grateful that I can pay all my bills. I'm grateful that I have food to eat. I'm grateful that I can go somewhere safely and not feel a threat. Gratitude can be in the smallest things or that we think, but that helps us open up and get back to the present moment. Okay? And heavy on the thankful for my place, because sometimes I'm like, this is a little small. I want more. I'm ready for a house. But you know, I was confined, even though I was living in a townhome with somebody, and I was for 3 years, and I was confined then. It was a big, beautiful townhome to just my room and the kitchen. Kitchen, my room. Kitchen, my room. Now I have space to be free. So be grateful for what you have, because it's like, you know, you want stuff. Yes, we should look towards the future, but be grateful for all the work that you've done and what you manifested so far. So beautiful. Shadow. We are going to be exposed this week, okay? Our triggers are going to be exposed. Some things that we're going to be vulnerable. We're just going to be open. We're going to be open. And this is just saying, again, to work through these triggers, work through these emotional withdrawals, emotional loss. You know, some people in the reverse can have a lot of tough skin and they have no remorse for somebody. This is working through whatever you have going on, looking at your shadow self and knowing that what can you do to bring that to light? Bring that to light. Use that sun Okay, use that sun energy for Leo. Use that Leo energy to bring that to light, bring clarity to it, understand it, and move forth. Is this going to happen overnight? No. No. You have to actively work through this, work through these things. And again, with the obstacles and challenges, knowing that you are protected through these obstacles and challenges. Do you see the orbs of the angels and your ancestors and your guides through this? They are putting you through this. Saturn, we talked about Saturn. Saturn is putting us through this so we can mature, know that we can endure. Okay? Know that on the other side, if we just let go and be free, if we surrender to that, we know that anything is possible. Okay? We know that anything is possible with these obstacles and challenges. We just open up to knowing that we just take that leap. This is giving me the full energy as well. The full energy, starting a new venture. Okay? Trusting that this new venture that you have worked up for is for you. Okay? And then balance. Balance. Come on, balance. This is Libra energy. This is us taking that time working through our shadow. Working through our shadow to balance out. To know what it is that we have to do in order to have a better sense of self. Okay? When we talk about relationships and partnerships, and you can have a relationship with anything. A relationship, like I have a relationship, of course, with my partner, but I also have a relationship with my computer. I have a relationship with a certain software on my computer. I have a relationship with my stove. Okay? We have relationships and we have to observe those. You know, why do I get so tensed up when I use this software? Or why, when it's time for me to, when I actually want to put in some work on this particular software, I try to find everything else to do before I sit down and do it. You know, working through those things, trying to figure out what it is we can clear up and working on it. Again, it doesn't happen overnight, and you know, you just have to keep putting that in the forefront of your mind of making that conscious effort to create better relationships with everything. Okay? And I want to bring back up the Empress, fertility. So know that all this is helping you birth something beautiful. Birth something beautiful. Whatever you have been working towards, whatever you have been putting out there to the universe, know that it's growing. It's growing, right? In the womb of the universe. Ooh. It's cooking up in the womb of the universe. Okay? So just know that this is all a part of the process. I know, how many times you got to hear that? It's all a part of the process. We have to be patient and know that it is on its way, and actively work on these things. Okay? All right. And actively work on them without force. Without force. I want to stress that. Without force. All right. This is the Chakra Insight Oracle we're going to get into. Responsibility, solar plexus. This is limitations. This is boundaries, right? This is also Saturn's energy. Come on. And then look at the bottom of the deck. Responsibility for what? What are emotions? I'm taking it. So responsibility says self-discipline, empowerment, reliability, fulfillment. So think about this this week. Do you have self-discipline in certain, or what do you lack self-discipline in certain areas of your life? What will empower you to be a better person in this area? Can you be reliable? What can help you be reliable in making sure you are disciplined? And what will bring you fulfillment while you're implementing these changes? Okay? And emotions. Emotions. Come on, y'all. It says feelings, expressions, mood, balance. So with this, it's calling us to balance out our emotions. And balance here is 11. And emotions here is 11. All right. So making sure that we balance our emotions, knowing that we can shift to any side of the spectrum in a matter of seconds, but knowing that our emotions are temporary. Our emotions are temporary. And also knowing that how we express ourselves we have to make sure we are clear about the emotions that we have before we even try to talk things out with others. Okay, that's why I said you might need to say, can I get a few minutes to process this? Okay, so we're going to get into the Black Moon astrology. I'm so happy about on my decks. On my decks. All right. What additional messages do you have for us, Spirit? North Node, life purpose. But I said the sun was trying or is trining the North Node. So this is, again, really showing us that we have to, what we're doing is all about stepping into our life purpose, okay? Stepping into our life purpose. We might need to invigorate some things with the body because the first house is here. So first house has to do with the I am, right? So this is us cleaning up our identities and making sure that we're being authentic at all costs. And then Venus at the other bottom of the deck, love, right? We talked about relationships and how we have different relationships with people, places, and things, okay? So we're going to get into the Black Moon Lilith. I mean, not the Black Moon Lilith. What is this? The Queen of the Moon Oracle. I like Black Moon Lilith. She really, the deck, Black Moon astrology cards, but also Black Moon Lilith. She shows us our rawest and deepest form. So if you want to do some shadow work, find out your Black Moon Lilith and work with that. All right. Okay. That's 3 cards. Get one and I'll be good, Spirit. Gave me 2 and said these are it and pick them up and talk about them. Okay. This is, wow, creation and nourishment. Nourishing the creative parts of you. And that's giving me with the life purpose, your soul's mission, right? Creation and nourishment. Nourishing your body, nourishing your creative self, nourishing your emotions. No wonder I talked about the carnelian being here to help create. And I recently got a new bracelet, carnelian. So I'm definitely here with it, with nourishing creativity, nourishing the body, nourishing all aspects of you, right? Nourishing, when you nourish yourself, you know that you can't be touched, you know, knowing that you're protected and that you can do anything, right? So I got the Angel Romance deck. I wanted to bring this out because it's heavy on emotions and relationships, right? What we're talking about here. So I wanted to pull from here and see what message we also get from the Romance Angels deck. This could be the one. Interesting. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. This could be the one. So with this, of course, if you are taking this as a love reading or for like partnership, this could be the one. This is you've already met the romantic partner you're looking for. But think about this also in a sense of relationships to certain things. No, you might be frustrated in a relationship with an object or a situation. This could be the one that can heal that. This could be the one, and you're having these obstacles and these challenges because this is something that you have to learn. And once you learn it, it's bringing you closer and closer to your soul's mission, your North Node. Okay? This could be the one that can change the game. Okay? Change everything. And this could be the one that can help you in this. Okay? And then also at the bottom of the deck, I'm not going to neglect this. This says codependency. Codependency. So it's saying addictions are affecting your romantic life. So what vices do you use in order to cope? What do you have codependency? You can have a codependency with your partner, a codependency with food, a codependency with alcohol, drugs. You can have codependency with adrenaline, like getting that rush of excitement. You always want that. So making sure that you are noticing that as well. And then lastly, we're going to get into the Wild Offering to close us out. My benediction deck. Service. This is heavy on the humanitarian, because Leo is the sister sign of Aquarius. So it says you stop using the universe to try to get what you want and start asking love to use you. You offer all and want to be of service. Ironically, many desires become fulfilled without grasping or manipulation. So stop trying to use the universe to try to get what you want and start asking love to use you. Working in a state of love and knowing if you love what you do, then you'll be of service more. If you're trying to use the universe to get more of something, then it's going to be a little bit longer to get what you want. You have to learn the lesson to love, to use your love in your service. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, it says enjoyment. And then here it says love. Okay, but I'm just going to read the enjoyment. It says striving and pushing makes life into endless hard work. Wow. The more you're inviting love to take over, the more enjoyment comes. Allow me to enjoy this life, dear Lord. That is really, 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 really good. We have to work on enjoying life and not trying to stress about things and worry too much about stuff, and just be in a state of loving and gratitude. Love and gratitude. All right. So this is what I have for this week ahead. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all loved and liked what you hear. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm here for y'all. All right. And yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful full moon in Libra and a good send off for Mercury retrograde. All right. I love you all. See you in the next one. Bye.